With all of these Antoine Griezmann reports and stories, it's quite hard to keep on top of what is really going on. So what this video is here to do is to give you the full story of Griezmann's potential move to Manchester United, right back when the rumours started in 2015, following it the whole way through to today, to give you all the information you need to know about this potential transfer. As I said, it all started in August 2015 when reports came out saying that United were interested in a move for Griezmann after we missed out on Pedro when he joined Chelsea. Now obviously nothing happened at that point, but during that season Griezmann had a blinder, got 29 goals in all competitions, got 7 goals in the Champions League. And then it got to the point where Louis van Gaal was sacked. We go into Euro 2016, Man United's on the up, we've got Mourinho in, obviously we've got Pogba, we didn't sign him until after the Euros of course, but Ibrahimovic, Pogba, Mkhitaryan and Bailly. It was a turning point for Manchester United, which has signalled the beginning of the upturn for the club. And then just before the Euro starts, Griezmann says that Beckham is his idol. He talks about him, how wonderful a player he is, and Man United fans start to get excited. Griezmann getting excited about one of our best ever number 7s. That surely means that he might be interested in the move. Then soon after that, Antoine Griezmann signs a new 5-year deal with Atletico Madrid, and we all know that Griezmann played superbly at Euro 2016. He was the top scorer with 6 goals. He also got 2 assists in 7 games. He was named the best player. He won the Golden Boot. It was the point then that Griezmann joined the world's elite as a player. Everybody knew that he was quality after 2 cracking years at Atletico, but that was the tournament where Griezmann really announced himself, and that is when the rumours really started in earnest. After the tournament in September, Griezmann changed his agent, which helped get tongues wagging even more. Why would he change his agent if he was happy with him at Atletico Madrid? Does that mean that he wants to move away? And it was on the 21st of September 2016 that we really had the first, not breaking news, but the first point where everyone was like, wow, maybe Griezmann to United will happen. It came after reports from L'Equipe, established French newspaper, said it was a matter of time before Griezmann joined Manchester United. That is when heads started to turn. That is when people started talking about the prospect of Griezmann joining Pogba and Martial at Manchester United. But only 5 days later, Griezmann verbally committed his future to Atletico Madrid. So long as Diego Simeone remained in charge of Atletico, it was clear that Griezmann is happy at Atletico Madrid. And as we'll see throughout this story, it is not the only time that he pledges his allegiance to the club. And then we move on to November 2016. After lots of chatter about Paul Pogba and Antoine Griezmann being good best mates, Griezmann then says that he would like to play alongside Pogba at club level. Only a few months after Pogba had joined Manchester United. We've obviously got Anthony Martial as well at the club, so there is a French influence. And that helps grease the wheels, that helps get the momentum building on Griezmann's potential move to Manchester United. And he also said that he would like to play in the Premier League at some point. Another thing which helps build this momentum of this Griezmann to Man United and keep pushing it forward. Then later in November, Atletico Madrid's president Enrique Cerezo came out and categorically said that Griezmann is not leaving. He is not joining Real Madrid or any other club. Now he makes a reappearance later on, so make sure you keep an eye out for his name, but Atletico Madrid's president is firm that Griezmann is not leaving. Now, when the January transfer window opened in 2017, the reports really started to intensify. The Independent's Miguel Delaney said it was widely expected that Griezmann was going to be joining Manchester United, and once again, fans begun to get excited. But not long after that, Griezmann himself shut the rumours down. Griezmann said, "I want to try and pay back the confidence and care that the people at Atletico have always shown me. I don't like this question of, where I'm going to move. Don't hit me with these questions about my future because for players like Ronaldo, or Messi or Bale, nobody asks them what is going to be happening next year or where they are going to play. That's why I don't like it when they ask me either. I'm happy and enjoying myself at Atletico. Don't ask me about my future anymore." Now, only a few days after that, Simeone then came out and said that he wouldn't stand in the way of Griezmann if he did want to leave Atletico Madrid, and this is what he had to say. He said, "I don't tie anybody down. I simply keep working to continue getting better for the sake of the club. He is in an extraordinary moment, is working well, has got back on the score sheet and his form is good. It is normal that the best teams in the world want him. I'm not surprised that the teams who are looking are the ones who can afford him." Now, the same day as Simeone says this, Atletico Madrid's president Enrique Cerezo comes out again and says that Griezmann will be an Atletico player for a very long time. So on the one hand, we've got Simeone saying that he won't stand in his way if he does want to leave. You've got Griezmann pledging his future to the club, and you've got the president saying he's not going anywhere. So slightly mixed vibes coming out from different parts of the club and the player himself. Theo Griezmann, Antoine Griezmann's brother, certainly helps build momentum. After Memphis Depay moved to Lyon and made his debut, Theo tweeted Memphis saying Old Trafford is better than Lyon. And soon after that, a few days later, he simply posted a picture of Old Trafford, no caption, just posted that. Both have since been deleted, but that certainly helped build momentum because you're looking at Bastian Schweinsteiger's brother Toby. He was a massive United fan, and that helped push that move forward somewhat. Is the same thing going to happen with Theo and Antoine? Maybe, and that is certainly what fans were hoping when these posts came out on social media. Now, on the 1st of February, this is when the first reports came out, saying that Man United had reached an agreement with Antoine Griezmann for a transfer in the summer. It was French journalist Pierre Menez saying that United had agreed a deal with Griezmann, but would still have to find an agreement with Atletico over his transfer fee, which could be his €100 million release clause if the Spanish club play hardball, which of course they are going to. If Griezmann is going to leave in the summer, it won't be for anything less than his release clause. But as we saw previously with Ander Herrera, release clauses in Spain are not clean cut. They're not legally enforceable on the clubs. So although that is his release clause, maybe Man United would end up paying more than that because of tax reasons. Now, the following day after these reports came out, Man United, when asked by the press, they denied that a deal was in place. Take from that from you will, but Man United did take active steps to quash these reports in February as soon as they came out. Now, I did tell you that Atletico Madrid's president, Enrique Cerezo, would make a reappearance, and he does at the start of February when he comes out and he says, Griezmann to Manchester? Ha! Small club. But don't blame me for a striker leaving like all others in the past. I've been blamed for Aguero, Torres, Forlan, Costa, and now Griezmann. Who's next? And that's one key thing to remember in all of this. There is no better club at replacing quality, I feel, than Atletico Madrid in the players that they have let go, brought in somebody else that has then gone on to be brilliant as well. A long line of superb, world-class strikers they brought through. And maybe Griezmann will be the next one to leave. But then less than a week later, Antoine Griezmann comes out again with another statement. This time he casts doubt over whether he can move to the Premier League. Said, with Real Sociedad, I felt I needed to leave. For the moment, I do not have that need or desire. Who knows how the season will finish? If it finishes badly, maybe I'll ask myself the question. For the moment, it is not relevant. I'm asking myself where I could go. In Spain, there is Barcelona or Real Madrid. Barcelona have the three, Neymar, Messi, Suarez, up top. Real Madrid, that is impossible because of the club I am at. I think that between them, there is a pact not to transfer between the clubs. Germany, the league does not attract me much. France, not for the moment. And England, I have a lot of doubts about my private life. Everything like rain, bad weather, I need to feel happy outside. So this is the first. So Griezmann had previously said that he would like to move to the Premier League. Now he's casting potential doubts over the climate and the lifestyle in England in comparison to Spain. Is that something that he feels he could adapt to? He's certainly casting doubts over it there. And then in March, lots happens. March 2017. On the 11th, Griezmann comes out and says he isn't leaving. I'm very happy here. And of course, the nice weather really helps a lot. Clearly likes the weather. My teammates are among the best there are, and I have a top-class coach. So I'm very happy here, and I have no reason to leave. Now, as I said, Griezmann's repeated this quite a few times. So long as Simeone is in charge of Atletico, he's happy there. But at a time this season, you know, they're 10 points off the top in La Liga. They're in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. They're out of the Copa del Rey in the semi-final. They're moving to a new stadium. Simeone faces an uncertain future. You know, it was only a few years ago where he won La Liga, where he was in 2 consecutive Champions League finals. Those standards have slipped somewhat. And with Atletico moving to a new ground, the club wants to move forward, and maybe it's going to reach a crescendo point of Simeone. And if he does leave, that certainly gives credence to the fact that Griezmann could leave in the summer. And then on the 23rd of March, Simeone came out again and said, effectively, I can't stop Griezmann leaving in the summer, and I wouldn't try. This is what he had to say. He said, yes, he could leave because there is a termination clause. There is no security. That's what he told me. If you stay, I stay. And I said, yes, why would I not stay? And then began to work with the representatives for everything that had to be signed, and he stayed. And from now on, I do not know what can happen. He would never let me tell him to stay. I did not do it with Costa or Falcao. So as I said, this whole Griezmann situation with Man United, for me, it looks like it's revolving around the future of Simeone. I think the two are intrinsically linked. Not that one can't happen without the other, but it's certainly, having Simeone as a coach is something that really makes a difference for Griezmann and is a big reason why he's still at the club. Then the day after that, 24th of March, these reports came out from Manchester Evening News' James Robson saying that a deal is considered a formality according to sources close to Griezmann. This is when everybody starts getting excited. Manchester Evening News, reputable source at times, and people are saying, Griezmann, it's done. No. The next day, Griezmann's representatives come out to deny that a deal is in place. This is a statement that was carried in L'Equipe, French newspaper. They said there is no verbal agreement, nor has any paperwork concerning an agreement been signed. Antoine has both feet in Atletico. And then the very next day, on the 26th, Griezmann himself comes out with another statement about his future. He said, I do not want to leave Atletico for Paris, USA, China, Russia, or anywhere else. My future, I only care about the field. I feel good in Madrid. Why would I change that? And now we find ourselves here today. This is the full Griezmann story. So as you can see, over time, the stories really began in earnest at Euro 2016, where he shone. He signed a new contract. He said he was happy in Atletico. And Griezmann has repeated that on more than one occasion, just as much as Diego Simeone has repeated that he will not stand in a player's way if he wants to leave the club. And at the same time, Atletico's president, on 2 or 3 occasions, has said Griezmann is going nowhere. So this is how the story is developed. You see, you've got Griezmann says he wants to play in the Premier League. He'd love to play alongside Pogba. His brothers helped fuel the transfer rumours on social media. But Griezmann has pledged his future to the club on more than one occasion with statements to the press. And with Diego Simeone, it seems like Griezmann's future is linked with him. And whether he goes or stays will certainly have an impact on whether Griezmann goes or stays. But for the club itself, they have no intention of letting Antoine Griezmann go. For Antoine Griezmann, he wants to play in the Premier League at some point, but has concerns over the lifestyle, and he'd love to play alongside Pogba. For Man United, we've denied a deal when it came out in February, but there's lots and lots going on, and there's lots happening with Griezmann. But I hope this video has given you a bit of an insight into how this story has developed over the last 2 years, to the point where we are now, where Griezmann has a release clause. Could Man United move for him in the summer? Absolutely. But it would certainly break the world record fee that we paid for Paul Pogba. Would you want to see that happen? Let me know in the comments below. Please drop a like on this video. And if you want to see more of these sort of full story videos where we give you an insight into the actual reports and the truths behind all the sensationalism that's said in the press, I hope this video can help, and I hope future ones can help as well. But make sure you drop a like on the video and subscribe to United People's TV. We'll see you soon. Take it easy.